Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
To our new passengers, aloha and welcome aboard.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the ResortLoop.com podcast. I'm your host, Bob Collar. Tim Scott won't be with us this evening. He is at a baseball tournament for his son. They're doing actually very well this summer, summer league that he's playing in, and we wish them all the luck in the world. We hope that he keeps on winning. His team keeps on winning. So, Tim, good luck with that. And I thought we'd take this opportunity to kind of do it's been almost a week since, well, it's been a week since we've been back from our Florida vacation where we're driving back. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to kind of recap the whole vacation, get everybody in the family's opinion on how things went. We got to do some exciting things this year, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Real quick, though, before we get the show started, I wanted to throw a quick shout-out to Christy, who's been on the show before. She told us all about the Disney event photography, if you guys remember. She was kind enough to let us know that she was at Epcot and this past weekend and got to meet Kevin John and got a signed Figment print from Kevin John. So that very good. Thanks for letting us know about that, Christy. That was awesome. So anyway, thanks everybody for listening. And so we're going to just kind of give a recap of what we did. We did this vacation a little bit different than we typically do because we didn't do the commando run into the parks every day. We kind of took it really easy. We started out at the downtown Disney Hilton for one night, and then we moved over to the Art of Animation for 4 nights, and then we shot over to Port Canaveral, got on the Disney Dream for the 3-night cruise. So, real quick, just want to throw out that I enjoyed staying at the Disney Hilton. Beautiful hotel. We didn't really take advantage of the swimming pool or any of that because it was raining. But if you're going to stay downtown Disney, other than Saratoga Springs, I don't think there's any better resort to stay at because real quick, easy walking distance to downtown Disney. So we're going to pass the mic around and talk about it. Patty, what did you think of the downtown Disney Hilton?
I really liked it. I was actually quite impressed. I didn't know what to expect, going there because we've always stayed. We've just checked right into one of the resorts, but it was very, very nice, and I really liked how close it was to downtown Disney. And it was a disappointment when we got in; it was raining because we had really wanted to go swimming, but that was sort of, tempered a little bit because we could just take a short stroll to downtown Disney. So I really liked it, and the rooms were really big.
Yeah, the rooms were big, and I think the beds were very, very comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
So,
yeah.
Emily, what did you think of my 15-year-old daughter's impression of the downtown Disney Hilton?
I thought it was very nice. I thought everything was very elegant, which, Hilton hotels usually are, but I don't know, it just had, you wouldn't think it would, but it did have a Disney touch. You could tell a little bit. I don't know. Right,
and you can do the character breakfast at
right, and they had some of they had all the Disney items in the gift shop.
Right.
So you still felt like you were at Disney, even though you weren't at a Disney, resort. You still felt like you were at Disney.
And it had this really beachy theme, and I like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bobby, my 13-year-old son, Bobby, your impression of the downtown Disney Hilton?
I really liked it. It had a nice atmosphere. It wasn't like a usual hotel. It had a lot of decoration and stuff. The gift shop was really elegant, kind of, in its design. But yeah, I think it's a good place to stay, if you don't want to, stay at the resorts for some reason.
Right. I will say this, and we're going to move on now to downtown Disney, but I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did. The new food trucks have arrived at downtown Disney. Now they are going to have an entire area just for the food trucks and I'm sure this is just so that it makes it easier for people to grab a quick meal. But I noticed, because it was raining at Downtown Disney, the one food truck that was sitting by the World of Disney store had absolutely no one getting food at it, because you got to sit outside if you're going to eat out of a food truck. You're getting your food outside. And then you're going to have and find some place to eat. Now, it looks to me like when they're done with Disney Springs and they have that food truck area, they're going to have seating, covered seating for everybody. But I don't know. I got an issue with eating out of a food truck.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking about that too as you were talking. When you said, grab something out of the truck and find a place to sit, and I'm like, good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Right.
So,
right.
I don't know.
Florida heat. Yeah.
And when I'm on vacation, I don't know as I want to eat out of a food truck. I mean, if it's Disney, I'm sure the food's going to be excellent. I have no doubt. It's just that, as far as a vacation experience, I don't know that eating out of a food truck would be that.
Right.
But I don't know. We'll see. It might be great.
One of the first places we ate when we got down there, we had a late lunch at the Earl of Sandwich.
That was really good.
That was very good. For our first time eating at the Earl of Sandwich, the price is not too bad.
No, it's not.
For Disney.
And how did we miss that? All these years.
I don't know.
It's not like that place opened up last year. I mean, it's been there.
One of the reasons was the kids. And the kids wanted to do that again this year.
And their palate. You're not going to take you know what, that's it.
Right.
I'm thinking as I'm speaking. I'm answering my own question. But you're absolutely right. Our kids are older. Their palate has changed, and there's more options for them.
Well,
so that's probably
they still wanted to go eat at T-Rex and Rainforest Cafe.
That's true.
And we said, no, we want to try something new. And what did you guys think of the Earl of Sandwich meal?
I thought it was absolutely excellent. I had the I forget what it was actually called, but it was like a Hawaiian sandwich or something.
Is it a barbecue? Some kind of
it was the Hawaiian barbecue sandwich. That's what it was.
That was really
good. It was so good. It was so good. And I really liked the inside too. Like I didn't know what to expect. Like the theme, I don't know.
It was sort of like a rustic bistro type of.
Yeah, it was like a London, like a rustic London type.
Yeah, I liked
thing. It was really cool.
Bobby, what you think of Earl? You have the more refined palate of the group, the limited, I should say, palate of the group. What did you think of Earl of Sandwich?
I think it was pretty good. I got the roast beef sandwich. Yeah, it did have like a rustic London look to it. They have a TV there, that shows like images of London and stuff.
And the soccer game.
Yeah. They had soccer was big. The soccer World Cup was going on big time. Saw a lot of folks wearing their team colors at Disney and on the cruise ship, as a matter of fact. So we spent some time at Downtown Disney. The construction's going very well. It looks like Disney Springs is well on its way to happening. I think it's going to be very nice. I like the idea of it. This was our first experience as well. The next day we went to Downtown Disney again and ate at Splitsville. And what's everybody's impression of Splitsville? Bobby?
I think Splitsville is a really nice place, but if you're going to eat there, then you have to bowl.
You kind of felt like you were missing out on something because we weren't bowling while we just grabbed something to eat?
Well, no, it's just the whole concept of the restaurant is bowling.
It's bowling, right?
So, with eating there without bowling is kind of, it just seems like a loss. But if you don't want to bowl, then that's okay.
Right. Now, we didn't bowl because this was our second day, and we just wanted to check out the rest of Downtown Disney. It was a sunny day, so we didn't want to stay inside. But I saw a lot of people spending an awful lot of time in Splitsville.
Yeah. Yeah, it's three levels? 2 levels?
2 levels.
2 levels, and are bowling alleys on both levels? I know on the top
bowling
level
alleys on both levels, and people shooting pool and all that. So Yeah, Emily, what did you think of Splitsville? You had sushi.
Yeah, I went in there and I didn't
Sushi in
expect
a
them to
bowling
have
alley.
sushi because sushi in a bowling alley seems pretty shady. But I got the sushi and it was fantastic. I was really surprised. It was really good, and it tasted fresh. I don't know. It was just I really liked it there, and the ambiance of the place too is it's really cool.
It had a sort of a retro feel. Huh?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the music they play, it's a lot like the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah.
They play a lot of old music and new music, and it's really cool there. I liked it.
You know what's funny about Emily? She had sushi at Splitsville.
Right.
She had sushi at the food court at Art of Animation.
Right.
And where else? There was somewhere else you had it
On the
too.
ship.
On the ship.
No, I didn't.
No.
I thought you had sushi.
A little
on the
bit.
ship.
Yeah, you had
You
a
had
little bit of
sushi on the ship.
On the
Yeah,
cruise.
from Flo's V8 Cafe.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, no, that was from Cabanas. Yeah, I had a little bit.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. That's
so
right.
all of her
Yeah.
sushi experiences were good.
Yeah.
You know, even pulling that container out of the cooler at Art of Animation, it
Well,
was
Right.
see,
still
they
good.
Right,
make it.
right,
I think they make it that morning
Yeah.
in Epcot because it said on the label,
Made in
made
Epcot.
made in Japan,
Right,
Epcot,
right, yeah.
So it was
Yeah,
good.
the label.
World
it-
Showcase.
right.
So
That was very cool that they got it from there. So.
yeah.
So we walked around downtown Disney. Like I said, looks like Disney Springs is well on its way to happening. We also took the boat. Finally, I did what I wanted to do. Took the boat up the river to Port Orleans,
That was nice.
and
was
we
rough.
had beignets. Unfortunately, not from our good friend of the show, Michael Black, but we did have the beignets again. This time I'm saying beignets and not baguettes, so I'm covered there. But we also had some ice cream with it,
That was
which beignets and ice cream, I was bouncing off the walls. I don't know about anybody else, but I could have ran back to downtown Disney from there. So how'd you like the ice cream, Bobby, and the beignets?
I like the beignets were really hot though.
Yeah, they had just
They're
made them.
supposed
Yeah,
to be.
yeah.
Yeah, so they like burned my mouth. But the ice cream was good after the mouth burning.
After my traumatic experience.
All right, so moving on. But that is a beautiful boat ride. You go past the tree houses and Saratoga Springs and the golf courses, and just a nice, relaxing, beautiful boat ride. And then we walked a little bit and saw the horses and the carriages go by a
That was
couple of
really
times.
nice.
So
that was an experience in and of itself.
yeah, that was
Just
it
taking
was
a
just a
little boat
nice, relaxing part of the trip. So we check in on Sunday to Art of Animation, Disney's Art of Animation, and I thought it was beautiful. It was a beautiful resort. I really enjoyed it. The rooms, again, you got to remember you're talking about a value resort. We stayed in the Little Mermaid regular rooms, and they're very similar, other than the decor inside, very similar to any of the other value resort rooms. But Emily, what did you think of Art of Animation?
I really liked it, but the only problem I have is that the only section of the resort that isn't a suite, like it's not, all suites,
Right.
is the Little Mermaid, so you really don't have any other option.
Right. That's the only place you can stay.
And
right.
and it's so far away from the lobby too. Like, I know I got a ton of exercise walking from the main pool all the way back to our room and then back to the main pool. And
Yeah, because you have to cross through when you're going from the Little Mermaid rooms to the main pool or to the main building. You have to cross through the Lion King
Yeah.
wing of the resort. So yeah, it's a bit of a haul.
yeah.
Patty, what did you think of Art of Animation?
I really liked it. I was really excited about the lobby. Well, you know that when you first get there, you're excited anyway. It's just really colorful. And out of all the value resorts, I would have to say I really liked that lobby the best.
Oh, okay.
I just felt like it was 100% pure Disney, no doubt. That's where you're at.
Well, that's true. Yeah, yeah, very, very true. Yeah, it's all Disney art or Pixar art, which is now Disney. Bobby, what did you think of Art of Animation?
I agree with Emily. Like, they have to make more, instead of making, like, 3/4 of the rooms suites, making, like, maybe half of them, normal rooms. Because, the Cars one, was very nice.
You really like that one, huh?
Yeah, I really like that one. But the only problem was it, like, didn't look like it should have been a suite, you know?
Yeah.
Like the Lion King and, like, the Nemo area where both looked like suites. They had a lot more statues, you know, a better, like, looking area. But the Ariel and Cars ones didn't have all that decor to them. So, with that said, I believe that the Cars and the Little Mermaid should be
Just
both
standard
regular.
rooms. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, that you bring up a good point because the Little Mermaid rooms are definitely skewed to young girls. They're not really skewed to the boys.
Yeah.
The theming of that resort is more for the little girls, I suppose. Where it would be nice if you had that option at the Cars section of the resort to be able to choose one or the other. Yeah, I don't know if you're a family with two boys. I'm not sure you're going to want to stay in the Little Mermaid rooms at
Right,
Art of
exactly.
Animation. So
Yeah.
at that point, now you're going to either one of the All Stars or Pop Centuries. So yeah, good point. Favorite part of Disney's Art of Animation, Patty?
Probably the pool. Even though the music wasn't working when we were there, I was really hoping they were going to get that fixed. I had asked the lifeguard, and he said it was going to probably be repaired that day, but it wasn't repaired for our length of stay, which, you know, that happens, whatever.
Right,
but
right.
other than that, the theming at the pool, I think is the best of all the value resorts,
I agree.
I would say.
Oh, okay.
Like, I think it was really cool because they had that kid area, and there were, like, jellyfish and anemones and, you know, Nemo and Marlin.
Right.
But the thing is, the statues were, like, 3D drawings from Nemo. Like, they looked
Right. Very
like
real.
they belonged in the movie.
Right.
For example, like, if you would have taken the jellyfish from the Nemo pool and put it in the Ariel pool, it would have looked like two different things. Like, it just looked so well put together. And the music that they played around the pool, like, obviously not the music in the pool because we couldn't listen to that, but the music that they played around the pool was, like, really cool. And I don't know, I really
Well, I
liked
don't
it.
know, and you picked up on this very quickly. There was a song that they played at the Art of Animation Nemo pool that we felt was maybe a little inappropriate. And what song was that, Emily?
Barracuda. Too soon. It's always going to be too soon.
Too soon. Yeah, as we were sitting there eating our lunch of pizza, we happened to hear Fire Up Barracuda, which
But still, it was a good
great
little
song,
like,
yeah.
I'm sure there was someone sitting up there thinking, you know, oh my god, this would be the funniest thing ever.
We gotta put this
Guys,
in.
we got to do this.
this will be awesome.
You know what, too, I wanted to add is, and we mentioned this when we checked in, is that the landscaping, all of the bushes and shrubs were made to look like undersea plants.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was really cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, the way that they were,
The way the hedges were trimmed, they looked like, you know, seaweed and
Right,
coral.
yeah.
It was really cool.
That was
like,
cool that they
I
did that.
would have never thought that,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Bobby, what was your favorite part of Art of Animation?
Probably the pool, but the main pool, because it seemed like they had a lot more space in there, you know?
Right. Yeah, it's always
Um,
bigger.
I don't know why. It's probably the same size as a Pop Century.
Yeah,
or
it's
All Stars pool, but it just if you
It did
had
seem
a
bigger.
feeling that
Right.
it was
It felt
larger.
bigger, yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's I got to say my favorite part of the Art of Animation was the Cars swimming pool area, and that was because I absolutely love that the whole cozy cone cabanas that they have there. It
Yeah, that
is
was
so well themed.
I love that too. That's probably my favorite part, actually.
So we may end up having to stay in the suites at Cars Land.
Yeah, I think we will.
the
That
Cars.
was really nice.
And it was really cool that they had the characters, the cars. That was really cool. Like they had them
Right.
scattered throughout the walkway, walking to the pool. That was really cool.
Right. Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. I thought that whole theming of being at the Cozy Cone Motel, and then the big wheel resort in the back there,
And all the cars.
and all the cars, Lightning McQueen and Sally and Mater and all those, excellent, just very well done. Same thing with the Lion King suites. They've got that whole area there where you got Scar overlooking you on the rock, and Zazu. The bird,
That's cool
all
too.
that stuff. The hyenas.
The Lion King area was really good.
It's all in all, thumbs up for the resort.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Stay
But
there again.
I would just like to add, I'm not sure if they have this at the Cars Resort, but every suite has kind of like a kids area.
Right.
You know, did Ariel have one, or is it just Nemo and Lion King?
I believe Ariel had a kids area too. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure about Cars because we didn't go over there. But yeah, I just like to add that.
Yeah. You like the spongy ground thing.
Yeah.
He wants his bedroom floor to be the spongy ground that's over there. So we did go into the parks. We went into the parks on Tuesday. We tried to knock out all 4 parks, as I said before in one of the other shows. So real quick, let's just go over real quick. Favorite part of going to the Disney parks, Emily?
My favorite part of going to the Disney parks was going to Epcot and speaking French to our waiter.
Okay, that's enough
That
of that. Bobby, she is smiling from ear to ear.
He was from the
I'm
south
looking
of
for that guy.
France. I hear it's very nice down there.
I know where he works. Don't even stop giggling. Bobby, what? Oh, you're not ready yet. You're still thinking. Okay, Patty, what was your favorite part of going to the parks on that Tuesday?
You're going to laugh when I say this. My
I'm
favorite
already
part was the magic bands.
Yes, the magic bands. Which,
It's
by the
so
way,
fun.
real quick tangent here. We lost your magic band. Couldn't find it anywhere.
I know, and I was so
Searched
distressed because you
everywhere.
have that box, that perfect little white box with the
Yes.
Incredibles on it.
Yes.
And there was your band, and Bobby's band, and Emily's band, and there was an empty space
Yes.
where my band should have been and wasn't.
No pink.
And
no
I
pink
felt
magic
so like apart that, oh my gosh, I have to find my missing magic band. And I found it in my sock drawer
band. A week later,
a week later.
hiding in the sock drawer.
Yeah.
Not sure how that happened,
But I really, really liked that part of the trip.
the magic
I
bands
love the magic bands.
they truly are great. I enjoy the magic bands as well. I think that the magic bands, having those magic bands on when you're at the pool, when you're at the parks, you don't have to carry money around. You don't have to carry your wallet. You don't have to have a card that you're worried about falling out when you're at the pool. You're worried about leaving it at the pool. It's that band on your wrist. I love that as well.
Yep,
I think
me too.
That is great technology. Bobby, what was your favorite part?
Well, my favorite part was the Space Mountain, or not Space Mountain, Spaceship Earth. That's
Yeah,
always been
yeah.
one of my favorite rides.
And
But my least favorite part, like not meaning to turn this negative, was that all of the rides weren't working.
well,
Haunted
you're
Mansion,
exaggerating. You're exaggerating.
a
Not
lot-
all of the rides.
the rides that I wanted to ride.
2 rides were not functioning at the time.
Yeah,
3.
Bobby had
Well,
a
Figment.
ride challenged vacation.
Right. Haunted Mansion, we were just getting ready to get on the ride, and they closed it because something happened. Somebody had a medical issue. Splash Mountain was down for refurbishment.
And Figment, there were
And-
too many people.
Yeah, Figment just had a crazy wait. So, but
Which is
we
unusual. I still can't figure that out.
We still got to ride almost everything else that we wanted to ride. There wasn't really any other rides that we couldn't just walk on.
But they were having a lot of technical difficulties. Like, I remember when we got on Rock and Roller Coaster, the music cut out. Like, you know, they play music and on the ride. It cut out for, I mean, probably 10 seconds. It was no big deal, but still. And then when we were on Carousel of Progress, we didn't move, and that song played like 3 times.
Yeah.
And that was a little...
The show started a little weird, and then they kept us there, and it started up up So
Yeah.
There were some technical glitches, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's 46 square miles of family fun, so it's going to happen.
And in the middle...
At least the moose out front didn't say they're closed, so that was good.
And at the beginning of the summer like that, I mean, there are so many people there that they have those rides going nonstop.
Right.
So they don't really have time to, look at that stuff.
I would have to say my favorite part was really, and I'm being honest here, I'm not sucking up to you guys, but my favorite part was interacting with all the loopers on Twitter, letting you guys know where we were, what we were doing, all the fun we were having, you guys interacting back with me. And then, of course, because of that, being able to meet Megan and her family, that was very cool. That was very nice of her to come up and say hello. And that to me makes it worth doing this show. And Tim will agree with that, I'm sure. The interaction, we've always wanted to have that interaction with the listeners, and you guys always come through with show ideas, and anytime we have the Looper poll or just want your input about something you guys like at the parks or restaurants or whatever, and you guys always come through, and to have that happen while I was walking through the park, both on Twitter and in person, that was very special to me, and I really appreciate that. That was great. I had a lot of fun doing that.
I don't know if I told you this when you were talking with Megan. I was talking with her dad.
Right. Yeah.
We were standing off to the side.
He was
talking.
eyeballing me. He's like, "Who's this guy? What's that all about?"
And he showed me the picture from Main Street where they got engaged.
Oh, they got engaged, right?
So he showed me the picture, and then and a very beautiful ring, I might add.
Yeah.
Very, very beautiful engagement ring.
I'm not getting you another engagement ring, honey.
But he did say that Megan's fiance came to him, I don't know the time, months before, weeks before, I don't know, and asked for his daughter's hand.
Wow.
Aww.
Classy
I know,
move.
that's
This
what
kid,
I said.
this kid, and I apologize.
Right, so he asks
I
for
forget
his daughter's hand, then they get engaged on Main Street. I mean, life is going to be great for Megan.
Yeah. Yeah, he's he's going to have a tough time keeping up this pace.
Yes.
I'm just saying. I don't know how he tops all of this, but
a really nice family.
Yeah,
They
very
were all
nice.
great.
All of them just wonderful, and hi to Grandma. So
right.
All right, so we're done with for the most part. We were done with our adventures at Walt Disney World, and it was time to move on to the Disney cruise ship. And again, a special shout out. I got to throw this out there to fellow podcaster and good friend of the show, Mike Rallman from Be Our Guest podcast. He was the guy at the Magic for Less to set up our Disney cruise for us. He got all that taken care of, and everything went very smoothly because of that. So, Mike, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. My family really appreciates that. Very smooth getting onto the boat. We had no issues whatsoever.
No glitches at all. That
no
was great.
glitches. They are talking. We talked to the cast member that checked us in at the port, and she's telling us that the magic bands being tied to the ship are coming. Not a timeline on when they're coming, but they are coming to where you'll be able to not just have your Magic Band at the parks, but if you're going to be at the parks and then get on the ship like we did, you're going to be able to just use your Magic Band on the ship as well. Because the card itself is very similar to the Magic Band. It's an RFID as well, and you tap it to the door, and the door opens up, very similar to the Magic Band. So they're working on that technology, and the little kids, the really small kids, have a band that is very similar to the Magic Bands when they're going in and out of the kids' play area on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So very similar to what the Magic Bands look like. So what were your impressions of the ship, Patty?
Well, first of all, I'm really, really glad that we did the cruise at the end of the Disney part. And I know you can do it either way.
Right.
I would highly, highly recommend the cruise at the end because you always have something you're looking forward to. And I know, I'm sure other people do this too. When you get to Disney, by the second or third day, you're counting the days down and sort of like not wanting your vacation to end.
Right.
But when you have that cruise at the end, you always have that excitement and something that you're looking forward to, the next leg of your vacation. So
I agree.
that was nice. Yeah. And what I really liked was driving to Port Canaveral, and as you're going over that bridge, you see the Disney ship docked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can see it, and it's just really exciting. I mean, you're far away, and you can still see it, and you're like, there's our boat.
Get you amped up, right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And I thought that from the parking to the luggage check-in, everything was so smooth. I expected a long wait getting on, and it wasn't at all.
Right.
I just thought it was really, really smooth. And, that experience when you walk in the lobby, you walk in, and they announce your name.
Right.
Which that was cool.
That was very cool.
Do you remember
And
that?
That was so
You
cool.
go up and you have lunch at Cabanas, which is a cattle call of people.
It is
Everybody's.
But you know what? We made a mistake because the other side of that buffet was open.
Well, that's true.
The way you walk into Cabanas,
Well,
you think that's
it.
And there's
But
a whole nother
it
buffet
goes
on
all
the
the
other
way around the
side.
back of
And
the
it
ship,
wasn't
right.
it wasn't open when we were getting food because I remember I went on the other side and I checked and they said that they weren't going to be open. So by the time we were done eating, that's when the other side opened.
Oh,
Right.
probably for the other people.
Yeah.
coming on.
Cabanas is the buffet that wraps all the way around. It's on, I believe, the 11th deck and wraps all the way around the back of the ship. So you can go outside and eat if you would like, and you're actually at the what would that be? The stern
I don't know.
of the ship.
I never got that worked out.
The stern. You're at the back of the ship. So it's a big buffet. They can handle the people.
Yeah. So the buffet
that's
was
going up
nice,
there. Yeah.
and then we laughed about this. You could go to your room at 1:30, not 1:29:55.
Right.
1:30, and they
1:30.
have ropes up.
Right. You can't go back.
You can't even
into
go down the
cabins
hallway.
there.
You
Right.
can't even say, "Oh, there's our room." No, it's like
Right.
1:30 on the dot.
Right.
The ropes
right.
come down, and you can go in your room.
Now, we did the check-in. We did the online check-in, which made the process a lot easier. We filled out all the paperwork before we even left. So that was convenient. Emily, what were your impressions of the ship?
I absolutely loved it. Like, I'm not going to talk for 2 hours about it, but I could. It was, oh my God, just everything about it. The looking out onto the ocean from our balcony and, just our waiters were really cool. They were really nice. And, all the staff, of course, all the staff is nice there because, it's Disney. Of course, they're going to be. The ship is absolutely beautiful and, there's so much to do. And even if you don't want to do any of the activities, you can just, walking around the ship itself is going to take you about a half hour. So it's just so great. And I know I said this before, but unlimited food. That was so great. Oh my gosh. Like, that was just so great. Just so great. That was probably my favorite part of the whole cruise was just being able to go up and get food and not have to pay for it and eat as much as I wanted.
Right.
That was just so great.
We're gonna talk about the food in a minute. Bobby, what were your impressions of the Disney cruise ship, the Dream?
I really liked it. The lobby was my favorite part. It had a very elegant design to it. It looked like you were in like a 5-star really fancy hotel, you know.
Right.
I like the cruise, the ship, in general. It's just, it feels very crammed, like as you move, farther away from the middle of it, you know, because there's more rooms and the hallways are really small.
I did notice, for me, the ship seemed so massive when we first got on. By the end of the third day,
it gets smaller.
you realize this isn't as big as you think, because you've become familiar with it, so you know where things are, and you realize, okay, this is a little smaller than you think. Not to the point where you're claustrophobic or anything like that, but I was impressed with the size of the room. I was actually very shocked at how big the room was. It's a king size bed.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids had the bunk beds, which were turned down each night. You had the couch, and the housekeeping would come in and turn down the beds and have everything ready for you. But really surprised at how large the rooms actually were. Larger than I thought that they would be.
I would always get a veranda. I would always have
I think we're spoiled now. I don't think we could do anything.
You can't go back.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Bobby, we didn't really. You're the swimmer of the family. We swam a lot at Disney's Art of Animation. We did not swim on the cruise ship, but we did do the aqueduct. Tell us about the aqueduct. What are your impressions of the aqueduct?
It's very fun, but don't do it alone, because it's not that fun alone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. It's just like, you don't get the same experience, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really fun ride. Really fun to do it at night.
Yeah, we did it at night, the last night, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're in port and you're done looking around, then that's a fun thing to do, because you get to look out at Nassau.
Right.
Or anything as you're
Nassau or
Castaway Key
yeah.
as you're zooming through the tubes.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, it's if you're on the cruise ship, you have to do it. I mean, like, you're losing a lot if you don't, you know.
Good. Best part of the cruise for you, Patty?
Oh, I would have to say, I really enjoyed the entertainment. I liked the shows.
First class entertainment.
Yeah, that was really nice.
I thought the stage shows were very good. We also saw Maleficent.
Yes, loved that. Loved the movie
Good
theater.
movie. Really is a good movie. Don't go in watching Maleficent with any preconceived notions.
Right. And you know what? If anyone would have said that I would go on a cruise ship and watch a movie, I would say you're crazy. That's the last thing I want to do on a cruise ship is go to. I can do that at home. But we did. You know, we went and saw the movie, and it was great. I mean, it was just, it was nice. The theater was nice. The movie was great. The
shows were
Broadway
so
caliber.
good.
I mean, they were
so good.
They were really good. And I like the rotational dining. I mean, I really, really like that.
I do as well. We'll get to the dining in a minute. Emily, what was your favorite part of the cruise?
I like the rotational dining too. I really liked being able to try new things and just the theme of each restaurant. Dinner was really great. I also, like Mom said, I really enjoyed the entertainment. It was absolutely fantastic. And me and Bobby watched The Winter Soldier in 3D, and it is not the 3D that you see in the theaters. Like,
That's
it's
true,
Disney 3D, so it's not. It doesn't hurt your eyes afterward. You know, they give you these, glasses that actually fit your face, and it was really cool. And I also really liked the rocking motion of the boat. Like, I know, that's obviously not for all people. You can if you get seasick easily, then you might want to think about it. But it was really calming to me. It really relaxed me. And being out on the ocean, like, you're alone out there, you know? It's,
Yeah, it
I
was
don't know.
beautiful. It was
Yeah.
beautiful. Although you're all by yourself out there, it seems like we did see some ships off into the distance and all of that. But yeah, very soothing.
Yeah.
Very soothing
And-
being on the ship.
And I don't know if this counts. I don't know if you're asking favorite part of the ship or favorite part of the cruise, but Castaway Cay or Key or however you say.
Yeah.
Is it Key or Cay? Because I never
Key,
got that. 'cause-
Castaway Key.
But then we heard some staff members calling it
Yeah,
Castaway
he was
Cay.
calling it the wrong thing.
Yeah. But Castaway Key was absolute, like, oh my gosh, absolutely beautiful. I can't, like, words can't even describe it. Like, people try to tell you, you know, oh, I went to the Bahamas and the water was so clear and it was so beautiful, but you don't get it until you go there.
Right,
Like, it's just. That was my favorite part of
Me
the
too.
cruise.
That was
Like,
my favorite
that was
part.
that was just
Right.
great,
Right.
fantastic.
Bobby, what was your favorite part?
Well, on the actual ship, I liked the beds. The
Yeah.
beds were really nice,
They were
and it
very
was one of
comfortable.
those couch beds.
Right.
Which usually those are like spring. They have the springs, and it's really like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But they were very comfortable.
Right. Right.
And the food was really good. Even at like the sit down meals and just in all, it was just very good.
Yeah.
But on the cruise trip, Castaway Key, like Emily said,
Yeah.
where I was face to face with a barracuda.
Yeah.
Be wary when you're snorkeling in the snorkel section, because they have that area like untethered. Like you could find
there
a
is
shark.
There. Well, let me clarify. There is a net, a steel net, at the entrance to the lagoon, if you will, from the open ocean, and it keeps large predators out, large fish out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a barracuda is not a very large fish. It's skinny and narrow and can fit through those things. So yeah, there are signs up that say you're swimming in the ocean. You could run into barracuda, jellyfish, sharks, eels, all these things. They list a whole bunch of things.
We saw most of them.
We saw most of them. So you are swimming in the ocean
But
and
that's
snorkeling in the ocean.
The other amazing thing about it is, and the other beautiful thing about it is that it is so, like, honestly, we went to Discovery Cove a few years ago. That was a long time ago, a few years ago.
About 10 years ago.
And it was almost the same. Like,
Yeah.
but in the wild, which is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Like, I saw the same stuff, you know, snorkeling at Discovery Cove as I did there, and those are wild animals.
Yeah.
And that was just absolutely fantastic.
But if you do run into a shark, it's one of those small ones.
Yeah, the
I don't
barracuda's
think,
eyeball.
you know, you guys, 4 feet is not small.
Well, they're
You're talking
long.
like these fish. To me, that's a big fish.
I believe they're considered the cheetahs of the ocean because they're so fast.
Barracuda.
The barracuda is the cheetah of the ocean. They're very fast, and all I kept thinking as I'm watching this thing swim by me and eyeball me was, what am I going to do if this comes at me? And I had no way to defend myself from this thing. I reported it to one of the lifeguards, and he said, oh, "Okay, I'll make sure I report it." Very nonchalant. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that they deal with all the time. It's not. I don't think that they're aggressive. Nothing was aggressive to us. Everything. As a matter of fact, the small fish come up to us.
Yeah.
And got as close as they could get, and as you would reach out to try and touch them, they'd swim away. Now, you kids got to touch a couple of the fish.
Yeah, the bigger ones.
Yeah.
But barracudas do like shiny objects.
Right,
So
so-
if you're wearing like a watch or anything, you
Jewelry
wanna-
might be a good idea to take that stuff.
Yeah, that kind of concerned me because when we were in Nassau, I got nail polish that was like shimmery, and I decided on the boat but I was going to put it on right
Yeah.
before we got to Castaway Cay, and so that was a
You
little bit
look like you
concerning.
had 10 little fishing lures.
Yeah.
on your
That was, yeah.
well, I got to tell you, my favorite part of the cruise was Castaway Cay, and I think, and we're going to talk about dining now, my favorite meal was on Castaway Cay.
The barbecue.
The barbecue at Castaway Cay is fantastic.
Yep.
It was really good.
Fantastic. Bobby?
Sorry to add this, but my favorite part of Castaway Cay, like next to the snorkeling, was the unlimited soft serve ice cream.
Yes, you had 5 ice cream cones. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I had 5 ice cream cones, and I didn't feel a thing. So,
And
that
didn't
was
gain a
nice.
pound, I might add.
No, he doesn't do that.
Bobby can
so.
eat a whole pizza, a half gallon of ice cream, and a half
yeah.
liter of pop,
Yeah.
and doesn't gain a pound.
So let's talk about the dining real quick, and then we got to wrap this thing up. We're going way long, but the dining, you mentioned the rotational dining. We started off in the Enchanted Gardens the first night on the cruise on the ship. Then we went to the Royal Palace
Very
the second
nice.
night.
Mm-hmm.
And then we finished up on our last night at Animator's Palette. Favorite restaurant, Patty?
That's difficult. It's definitely between the Royal Palace and Animator's Palette. And you know what I have to say? It's a draw because I like them both. But if I absolutely had to choose, it would be the Royal Palace because of the chandelier.
Yeah,
But-
you're a big Cinderella fan. And
Yeah.
the chandelier has Cinderella's
Slippers.
golden slipper or glass slipper
Glass
all
slipper,
around it.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Emily, your favorite dining experience?
Wait, like food or my favorite
Or restaurant? Yeah, restaurant.
My favorite restaurant was definitely Animator's Palette. Like, there is no comparison. Definitely Animator's Palette. But my meal there wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I understand that. Yeah. The ambiance in Animator's Palette is very
Yeah.
special. Bobby, what was your favorite restaurant?
My favorite restaurant was Animator's Palette because it was an interactive experience, you know.
and Crush
Like,
talked
it
to you.
Yeah, it was like
Yes.
Turtle Talk with Crush while you're eating. It's like dinner with a
Exactly.
show. So,
Yes.
like, that was... And they do guessing games and stuff with you. So it's like you're never just, like, eating. You're
Right.
always, like, looking
Right.
up,
Right.
like, whenever you have a chance to see what's going on the...
yeah,
in the
they've-
tank.
They've got a lot of, especially for kids, they got a lot of statues and books and different things all throughout the restaurant for all of the Disney films. You know, a lot of Pixar stuff. I did get to talk to Crush, which is why Animator's Palette is my favorite restaurant.
Right, you had a long conversation.
A long
with Crush.
conversation. I wouldn't let him leave. As soon as I started talking about the Barracuda on Castaway Cay, he kind of
Wanted to
perked up.
bail. Yeah.
But he told us, that's okay. Those guys are cool. They're friends of mine. You don't have to worry about them.
Right.
That's what Crush said, which, you know, a lot that helped considering we were already gone. We weren't going back to Castaway Cay anymore. So, but all in all, good vacation. You guys have a good time?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. This was one of my favorites.
On
Mine
a
too.
scale of 1 to 10, it'd probably be 8.
Yeah, because you didn't get to ride as many rides as you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 13 years old and a boy, and you just wanted to ride rides.
Yeah.
Right, and Bobby's
Nothing wrong
a
with
big beach guy.
But
Right.
I also did like the environment, but it has an 8 because, well, I'm not going to go.
All right. Well, we're going to end it there. And again, everybody, thank you so much for listening to the show. We really appreciate it. We'll have Tim back on the next show. I believe our next show is going to be our 4th of July show, which is going to be a celebration of all nations, but mostly America, as Tim said. So anyway, as Tim would say, don't forget to follow him on the Twitter, Resort Loop Tim, and our website, ResortLoop.com. Follow me, Resort Loop Bob, on the Twitter. And don't forget Facebook /Resort Loop. Keep that interaction going, guys. We really appreciate it. And please rate us on iTunes. That goes a long way for our rating in the iTunes universe. And as Tim would say, you've been listening to The Gateway to the Magic. See you, everybody.